So I have my sequence with a 4-bar bass guitar pattern recorded on the Subtractor. Let's go ahead and add a second instrument. I'll control-click in the empty rack, and we'll choose a Dr. Octarex. Sounds pretty cool, huh? Well, a Dr. Octarex plays up to 8 Rex files. A Rex file is a special kind of audio file which is divided up into slices that can be automatically synced to your song's tempo. The Dr. Octarex allows me to have 8 of these loops that I can switch between. Now I can press the Run button to play these loops back, and they'll play back at whatever tempo I have set. So let's try that now. This is loop number 1, and this is loop number 2. A little bit different. Here's loop number 3. These were all loaded as part of my default patch. And down here is a section which tells Dr. Octarex to change the next loop only on a bar marker, so all my beats stay nice and square to the measure. Okay, let's record some of these loops. In my sequencer, I want to make sure that the Dr. Octarex, try saying that 3 times fast, that the Dr. Octarex track is enabled for recording. If I click the bass guitar track, that's enabled, and I can see the little green light there flashing also. And there's the note on light flashing, so they're all enabled. Now I'm going to switch. The Dr. Octarex is enabled, and I'm actually playing back the individual slices of the audio loops. You see the green indicator, you see the note flashing up in the Dr. Octarex display. So all of this tells me that I'm in record mode. So let's record some of these loops. I'll switch among them as the sequence is playing back. Okay, let's switch to a different one. Okay, I'll switch among a few here. Okay, now if we look in our sequencer, let me expand it so we can see it a little bit better. I'll drag down here. Come on, there you go. And you can see that in the Dr. Octarex, I have a pattern select lane. There are MIDI notes in my bass guitar, and here are pattern selections in my Dr. Octarex. And what's nice about this is I can select different patterns right from the drop down here in each one of my clips. So I can change this first one to loop 3, or this one over here to loop 4, and so forth. Now when I play it back, let's show the Dr. Octarex, and you can watch the loops changing. Now we're going to go to number 6, and then 4, and then 8. See how easy that is? Now what happens if I change the tempo? We already saw how the bass guitar synced to tempo. Now I'm going to change my tempo to see what happens with the Octarex. And as you would expect, everything stays with my tempo. Sounding pretty catchy.